Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission, I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? Well, do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, all right? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine, and it might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand, and that we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know after they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you got any business that needs taken care of, you better do it soon. Thank you for the warning. See you later. Everything seems so far. So the rift that damned beetle left with its scythe. Yeah, well, it cut the city into two. And it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make sure, but if you got a mind to go across, I think you're gonna have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once over. Thank you for warning. See you later. Right. Oh, by the way, I was rummaging through my stash and I found something useful from my old life, so to speak. Here's a little gift from one rogue to another. It might come in handy. Well, thank you. Later. Watch yourself out there. Level 3, guys. Okay, what did we take? Level 3, we took Dazzling Display. Finish training, short sword, please. Boom. Nice. All right, he makes it to level 3. Okay, so I suppose I can give you deadly aim now. Hold on. What do we... Okay. Key arrows. At 5th level, a Zen archer always deals his unarmed damage with the arrows from his bows. For example, a medium Zen archer's short bow normally does 1d6 damage. Using this ability, his arrows deal 1d8 damage. Wow. Nice. Man, he is a really big okay. Awesome. She would actually get level 3 spells now. Yay. brew potions. Allows you to brew potions of spells up to level 3 during camping. Search tags, magic, and skills. Okay. Discerning Eye. You receive a +2 racial bonus on saving throws against illusion spells and effects, and a +2 bonus on use magic device skill checks. Elven Spirit. You possess the elven magic racial trait of the elves, granting you a +2 racial bonus on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. In addition, you receive a +2 bonus on non-arcana checks made to identify the properties of magical items. That's really nice. I don't know what I needed, what I should do for a shaman like her. Chat, do you guys have any tips or pointers? Because I have no idea. Destructive Dispel. When you successfully make a targeted dispel check against an opponent, the opponent must succeed on a fortitude save or be stunned until the start of your next turn. What do you currently have? A level 1 weapon finesse, skill focus triggery, combat casting. I think I might just check and take this. I have no idea what I need to do with her or her. Oh, wow. All right, and then Sela. Okay, so for Sela. I might give her a level in Vivisectionist just so she can get the mutagen. But she currently have anyways. Okay, she has shield focus, which is great. And dodge and shield focus? Ooh, neat. Okay. I suppose what I could go ahead and do. Oh, nope. And then mobility is now at a total of that. Or actually, hold on. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just do this. Oh. I'm not really caring about her persuasion because my character is gonna be one of the persuasive character. So with the feet, you have dodge already? You do have dodge already. Okay. Then I will go ahead and take. Hold on. Let me take improved initiative. Here I can take crane style. I can't take crane wing. At least not yet. Do. Hold on. Maybe I can't take it already? Huh. No, I think I wanted to have improved initiative. Ooh, here we are. I'll need to get her actually weapon fighting first. Oh, I can't. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, that actually might be a problem. She can't take to weapon fighting, can she? No. Her dex is... No, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, we'll stick with the improved initiative. Okay. And I think that's everyone? Yep, that's everyone. Okay. Oh, hey. See how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if I feel like it. Are there any suspicious places in the city that I should pay attention to? There were a couple spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have time. If there really is a den of cultists there, it would be good if you could swoop in there and bust some heads. You don't even need a search warrant. My first one is the Silken Thread. It's a funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. But they always seem oh so busy. They're busy with something in there, all right. But sewing it ain't. Okay. The second one is the alchemy shop, Topaz Solutions, and they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going down that place. Huh? Tell me about yourself. I'd be happy to, but there's kind of nothing to tell. What's so interesting about me? Where are you from? Nowhere. I was blown in by the wind and found in the cabbage patch. Sorry, that's an old habit of mine. I don't like blabbing about my past, but you saved my skin, so I guess I kind of owe it to you not to clown around, right? I'm from Nidal. Okay, I'm from Nidal, and I wouldn't wish my homeland on my worst enemy. You've heard of the place, I'm sure, ruled by monsters that aren't alive or nor dead, and the official religion is the cult of the Zon Uthan. I grew up in a slum like weed between the cobblestones. I didn't have a dad, but I had lots of aunts and uncles. My mom's cronies. No prize for guessing the kind of business she was involved in. They gave me a set of lockpicks as soon as I could hold a spoon. And while other kids were picking their noses, I was picking pockets. When I was 12, the monks of the Silent Shroud came for us, creepy guys with their mouths sewn shut. They're the guards of Nisrock. Mom gave me to her friends, and we hid in the secret temple of Desna. Never saw my mom again. I lay low into the temple for the next few days, kept my head down. I washed floors, fetched water, listened to sermons. Funny thing, after a while I started liking Desna's teachings, but as soon as I was old enough, I was out of there. I left Needle and got as far away as I could. Quite a ragtag group you've got here. From nobles to street thieves. You got that right. Only the best for you. What? What do you do if the knights? What do you do if the knights and nobles fail to save the world? The lowlives are the only hope. How did you meet Erebeth? I was bumming around time on a while back, doing this and that. And temples sometimes gave me odd jobs, you know. Sometimes they needed people with skills like mine. On the surface, it was fine, I guess. After Nidal, the freedom of River Kingdoms should have seemed like heaven. My chance to sit back and enjoy life, but I wasn't happy. There just wasn't any joy in my new life. I was all alone. No one cared about me, and I didn't care about anyone either. I struggled to find a reason to drag myself out of bed every morning, tying a stone around my neck and jumping into the nearest river started to look pretty appealing. Ooh. One day, I was hired to follow some fellows who the local authorities respected were Razmiran spies. Suspected were Razmiran spies. I was stupid, I made a rookie mistake, and they caught me. Like my body had already decided to do what my mind had been fighting. To finally put me out of my misery. Get someone else to kill me, since I didn't have the guts to do it myself. They grabbed me, thought they'd gotten me on the spot, but instead they hog-tied me and dragged me off, and just like an animal going to the slaughter, my only thought was, let's get this over with. They brought me to their stinking cave, threw me in on their altar, and I realized who it was. Huthites from Nidal. They tracked me down after all those years, but I didn't care anymore. I wouldn't even have cared if they'd eaten me or whatever. We all gotta go sometime, right? So I was lying there, staring at those knives pointed at me, when fate rolled the dice, and I hit the jackpot. Erebeth. There she was, storming into the cave. Picture it. I'm lying on an altar with all these knife-wielding maniacs around me, and suddenly Erebeth storms in. I thought it was Iomade herself, fierce in her shining armor with her gleaming sword raised. She made quick work of those scumbags, chopped them up just like that. I didn't even have time to blink. She untied me, and then... The girl's face lights up as she tuggles. She looked through the papers they had on the table, and she started swearing like a sailor. So much for Iomade. How did you and Erebeth end up in Canabaris? After almost becoming a human sacrifice, I knew I never wanted to lead Erebeth's side. Desna knows I fell for her instantly, and I fell hard. My misery was gone, and when Erebeth showed me what it was in those papers, proof that the cultists had a nest in her home city, well, I offered to help out without a second thought. She must have figured I couldn't wait to get my revenge on the bandits, but I didn't give a damn about them. It was her. I had to go anywhere with her, even on a crusade, or into the jaws of a dragon. But I took to life in Canabaris like a duck to water. I used to be an outcast wherever I went, but half of the Crusaders are the same. After all, who'd volunteer to tangle with demons on the edge of the abyss? Gotta be either a goody two-shoes with too much honor and free time, or a misfit with no life out in the normal world with normal people. People come here to run away from their debts, their past, from themselves. So I fit right in. What's it like living with Everbeth? It's like living. Without her, I wouldn't be. Seriously, if I were alone, I'd definitely be gone by now. Sure, sometimes we are, can't deny that. Sometimes we bang our fists on the table and yell so loud that walls shake. But that's all about order business. But at home, well, I'll give you an example. I've kind of always wanted to move out of the broom closet we call a house and into somewhere cozier. Didn't like they take a vow of poverty at the Eagle Watch, but every month, somehow, most of our spare money is spent on Crusader business. Sure, I get mad about it, but it's part of why I love her so much. You know, Everbeth has this thing about matters most for people. Purpose in life. She's always got a reason for whatever she's doing. Her whole life is a crusade, and I just drift around. Like a leaf in the wind until Desna brought us together. Now she's the meaning of my life. Though it really makes no difference if we live in a mansion or under a bush. Oh, thank you for your answers. What are your responsibilities in the Eagle Watch? Nothing official. Not even a knight, you know? I just hang around. You sure you want to know the details? Catching traitors and spies. Okay. There's no walk in the park. It's a delicate job. You can't always do it all within the letter of the law. But if you surprise a suspicious blighter with an official search, everyone will know about it before long, starting with their cronies. Then again, sneaking into people's houses at night ain't exactly legal. Crusaders can't be doing stuff like that, can they? Well, I'm not exactly a knight. All right, you watch yourself now. Okay. Oh, what can I do for you? Oh, hey, he's a scroll seller. Who are you? Vasilius, rector of the local temple of Abadar. The temple is gone, though, and if we snooze here for much longer, the city will be lost as well. Who's that boy with you? This one? Kiato the shepherd. Kiato the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy, and his faith is strong. He serves Rathgul, though, but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. What kind of help can I expect from you? First, I sell scrolls, a lot of them. Something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed no surprises, but you'd better not go into the city without a cleric. Won't be going there myself. I'm too old, and my powers are needed here. Braces of the Wizard. Alright, so we're not going to be buying any of this just yet. Okay. Time to have a nice talk with Lan. Here for a chat? I've been waiting for you to come and see what strange beast you've taken into your party. I'd like to know more about you. Let me guess, your first question is, can you wear a hat with your one horn? Am I right? You speak common much better than the rest of your tribe. Funnily enough, common isn't all that common underground, but your observation is correct. I used to live on the surface with my parents for a while and had a chance to learn a couple things, the language and the fact that every peasant who sees my scaly mug screams demon and runs away. Don't know if you're interested, but my mom wasn't from an underground tribe. She was a smuggler. Kind that used the dungeons of commerce to secretly move and store goods. One time, two gangs couldn't agree on how to share a prime cut, got into a fight, and the winners threw the losers down a hole, dead and living alike. My dad went to check if the corpses had anything useful on them, and he found a girl from the surface, barely clinging to life. An incredible feeling sparked between them, or maybe the girl just liked a man with scales and a cat nose. That might be it. One way or another, He got her back on her feet, and he later even left his home caves. She left her smuggling behind, and they began an honest life together. Now, that's the delightful story of how old land came into the world. The next chapter, however, my family and I never stayed in one place for too long. We lived sometimes on the surface, sometimes on the ground. We couldn't find a place to call home. Living in the caves was hard on my mom, and my dad's appearance raised too many questions in Mendev. They're at war against the demons, after all. In the end, my parents decided to stop making each other miserable and separated. My father and I returned to our tribe. I think the peasants' screaming demon had something to do with it. Or maybe Dad just couldn't stand life without rat tail soup. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Did you come with me so you could see the surface again? No, that wasn't it. I just don't have much patience for certain types of creatures. Demons, I mean. If they want to destroy Canabras, I'll be on the side of the people they're attacking. But you're my companion, and companions should trust each other. I'm counting on you to give me honest answers, not excuses. Lan looks ashamed. I guess you're right. I shouldn't have been so evasive. It's just that some things are hard to talk about. My family, for example. My birth. Hell take me, turned out to be a great misfortune for my parents. All because I'm relatively healthy. I'm the best thing that can come from a marriage between a cave-dwelling mongrel and anyone from the surface. A healthy child with the right number of hands and feet. No apparent defects, no missing organs or other problems. They saw hope in me, so risked having more children. They thought it would somehow be all right. I couldn't have had 4 brothers. The first was born 2 years after me and died 3 years later. He didn't have a nose. Nothing even remotely resembling one. He could only breathe through his mouth. Mom and Dad... Thought I saw something fly that way. Anyways, Mom and Dad were afraid to take their eyes off him for fear he'd choke and suffocate on something, but in the end, it was his weak heart that killed him. Then there was another pregnancy and birth. I pretended I was sleeping, but snuck out of my bedroom and listened under the door. All those hours, it was very strange, but I never heard the newborn screaming. Mom moaning, yes. The priests praying. Then I dared to open the door and a little and looked inside. The priest stood there very pale. One of them was holding something, a small object that fit in his palm. He asked, "Do you know what this is?" The other said, "I think it's a head." Land stops. Enough. You don't have to keep going if it hurts you. Hell no, I started to tell you and I'll make it to the end. You want to know why I followed you to the surface? Well, here's the reason. It turned out that this time, Mom was expecting triplets. The first of the babies was born in pieces, and the 2 others didn't live long enough to draw their first breath. About 3 weeks later, my father took me to the caves. He didn't want to leave. I could see it in his face, but I think my mom and he decided it together. The curse my people have carried since the first crusade stood between them. Not to mention the 4 dead babies and old age was rapidly taking its toll on my father. After we returned to the cave, he only lived another 4 years. Damn. So if you're asking me why I decided to go up with you to the surface and join the crusade, well, the answer is I've always wanted to. I was afraid to leave my tribe, but it always haunted me that I'd die in a world where 4 crusades could do nothing to stop the beast from the abyss, and the number of victims kept growing. I want to change that, or at least try to. And if changing things is too much to ask, then at least get a little revenge. The ones who are behind the world wound owe me a great debt. The lives of 4 brothers, all my mother's tears, my father's broken heart. It's a lot. It's so much that killing a couple of demons won't do it for me. I want to do something real, and I'm ready to pay any price. Call it my personal crusade if you like. I used to think that things would be better if I had never been born. But now I think I was born for this. Settle the score. Why didn't you go up and join the Crusades before? I couldn't just abandon my tribe. I'm their best hunter. They'll have it much harder without me. But now that the demons have nearly destroyed Knobris, the caves almost collapsed on our heads. Sitting and waiting it out just wasn't an option anymore. Anyway, I'm more useful up here than I am down there. Plus the chief let me go, which means my debt to the tribe has been paid. Would you like to find your mother? No. The word flies from Land's mouth faster than an arrow. Then, after a pause, he continues. I don't want to meet her. Not because I feel any resentment. It's just that she's a half-elf. She's barely got her first gray hair, and I'll be a ramshackle old man. She's buried enough children. There's no need to make her witness the death of another one. I hope you understand. Yes, I do.